What's going on, guys? Aco here. It's time for another match review. We're still looking at the World Finals Top 8, and this time we've got Zane versus Inzem. These are two strong competitors who most people are pretty familiar with, so let's go ahead and jump right on into it. Okay, let's go ahead and see what the round start is. Got a lot of movement going on here. Man, when it comes to Inzem, even though his team is funny, I love his movement. He's got some really strong movement, and that's some of my favorite things to see in this game. Zane going with the opening lab coat. Whoa. And we see why. So, man, Hiroki-san, if you're watching, one more time. I just want to see, did he hit a button to expand his hurt box there? That's a wow. right off the bat, we got a wow. Right off the bat, we got the lab coat curse. Get it out of the way early, you know? Get out of the way early. Okay, so Inzem. Woo! Okay, so Inzem wakes up with the uppercut here, trying to take his turn back. Does not hit anything, so he's unable to vanish it. Gets picked up by the assist. Zane had already committed to the backdash, so he's not able to pick up here. But I want to point out, I really like the patience here. They are officially in a huge scramble at this point. Inzem chooses to remain calm, attempts to block his way out of the situation, and calls his assist to keep himself safe, and that does end up making him come out on top of that interaction. Very nice, because in those scramble moments, there's always that huge urge to hit a button to try to get a pickup, but it's usually in your favor to wait it out. So we got quote-unquote violence here. Oh my goodness gracious. So once again, as I've said many times, this is the best situation in the entire game. Post spark, empty vanish. For most characters, there's nothing you can do about this. But when it comes to lab coat, she has multiple options. As you can see here, Zane decided to go for the barrier tech. And the barrier ended up protecting him from the spin, because in that situation, if they both spin, whoever spins second will win. So it's 100% RPS. The barrier is the smart choice there, because if you barrier and they do anything at all, you're gonna win. He doesn't get the pickup though, but he does get a 2H for his troubles. Yeah, the barrier tech with lab coat has become a lot more popular lately. It's something that people didn't really use initially, I guess because she just has so many tools that, you know, it gets to the point where some of them are gonna get left behind, but lately her barrier has become super popular amongst players. So Zane takes the first kill. Inzem has now got a pretty tall mountain to work around here. He's only got one assist to work with. So it's up to him to chase Zane at this point. Oof. It looks like he did actually challenge there. Let me see. No, he didn't. He was probably looking at the Zamasu assist, and he does get picked up by the debuff. So now his Vegito is debuffed. So this 5M combo is not going to hurt as much as it usually would. What is Inzem going to do with this? I respect it. So here, he had Gogeta available, right? He had Gogeta available to finish that with an active tag, but he very smartly did not active tag, because if he were to do that and make Gogeta the dominant character in the match now, there's the potential that Gogeta could get killed and he would be left with a debuffed character as his anchor, and that's incredibly risky, even with, you know, the little boost that you get. So I appreciate the fact that he decided not to do that and just keep Vegito in, since he's debuffed anyway. You know, he's basically, Vegito's marked. He's marked for death. Nice. And since he didn't active tag, he got to keep that assist he used for a little mix up there. That's nice. So that's, man, that might not have looked like anything, but that's very big right there. This is something I talk about a lot. This is something you see Japanese players do a lot, and it's something that I want to highlight here. Inzem, when he ran out of resources, he did not get the opening that he was looking for, so he simply backed off. At the point where you run out of resources to safely apply pressure, at that point you start taking a risk. Even though you have them in the corner and you know you're the one on their block, extending your staggers too far becomes a risk at a certain point. So this is the smart option of, hey, I tried to open them up, I couldn't do it, let me back off and start playing the neutral again. Ooh, so he gets the guard cancel, gets him out of there. Ooh, that was close. Ooh, so the Dragon Rush does go through. So we did get that tag. That was a defensive tag. Had to get out of that bad situation. Nice. So this is going to get the corner carry. What are we doing with it? Oh, we're taking the level 3. Taking the level 3. This will get a good situation. Has a assist off of it as well. Oh, that was unfortunate. Unfortunate. So, Inzem opted for the fake cross-up, but he was a little too high. The fake cross-up actually worked. Zane was unable to react to it and walked forward, but Inzem was a bit too high, so it whiffed. Unfortunate. That was unfortunate. Oh my goodness, the illegal starter, the most illegal starter. 5LL, man, the second hit of her LL hits so far, man. Like, granted, he is in the corner, so, you know, backdash isn't gonna make you go that far, but backdash does shrink your hurt box considerably, and he still gets kicked in the face. Forbidden starter, and look at the damage. Forbidden starter, that's not going to scale at all. Not going to scale at all. 1 bar kill. So Inzem down to his last leg. This is a debuffed character. Limit break will help a little bit though. It helps a little bit. Almost turns you into a normal character. So yeah, at this point, Zane doesn't need to do anything. Whoa. He does not need to do anything. There's no reason for him to engage. Inzem, he is completely out of options, so now his only choice is to play risky. He no longer has any assists. His meter is decent. He's got to make something happen here. Oh my goodness. Once again, a lab coat privilege. We always got to point those out when we can. Multi-hitting moves in this game are extremely good for this reason. If you do a multi-hitting move, the opponent cannot guard cancel. So you see the 5M was blocked, and once a multi-hitting button has been blocked, it doesn't matter if the next button whiffs, you are still in a cancelable state. So she is able to still 2H you on the other side once you block either her 5M or her 2M, because they are multi-hitting buttons. So once again, that is a huge privilege of this character. And this man is about to become a mountain climber. And that sends the first match over to Zane. It's going to be up to Inzem to make an adjustment here. Okay, so no real break here. We're going right back into it. You see in the movement once again, each player wants the, oh my goodness, each player wants the opening gambit, and once again, man, deja vu. LL backdash, boom, caught the backdash. Forbidden. Man, I can't believe it happened twice in a row. LL hit the backdash twice. Ooh, gotta be careful there. Ooh, so that right there is a pretty universal mix-up. Super dash into assist call, and the faster the low on the character, the more effective this is. So if you have a 6 or 7 frame low, this option is just so good with every character, because you can hit a falling button, or you can land and, you know, either do your low or, you know, whatever, or you can air dash before you hit the ground. You get a lot off of this situation. It's one of the hardest ones to block. It's one of the most basic mix-ups that is actually very difficult to block at every skill level. It's tough.
Really surprising smart, you know, just the blind gets the 50-50.
Inzem tried to go for the block, probably should have sparked, but that's always easier to say in hindsight. Should have sparked. That's what we all say when we lose our point character. Why didn't I spark? So the movement once again. Zane chilling. There's no reason for him to go in. He's got 3 characters. Inzem's got 2. He's also got the meter advantage, so. Okay. Oh man. So that was definitely impatience right there. So he used the EX kick in the air to stop the up backing. EX kick into assist call basically is almost going to guarantee you a turn in most instances. So here, since he doesn't have an assist, you know, since the character died, he only has access to 1 assist. So he spent that assist to get in. Now he's got to mix up by himself, which is not easy. He does have Vegito, though, who's a great stagger character, but he ends up going directly for the Dragon Rush, and that gets jumped out of and punished. That was very, very impatient on Inzem's side. I mean, I get it. He needs to make something happen, but it's kind of like at this point, you have to get Zane to want to block something. Right now, he's content with up backing, and you have to knock him out of that mode. And he's got so much health that it's going to be hard to stop him from wanting to do that. Ooh, and the overhead. That looked like that hit his jump frames, did it? He might have been ducking. It kind of looked like it hit his jump frames, but man, either way, that is going to take Vegito off the screen. Man, a little unfortunate this second match. It's almost like Inzem didn't get to play.
That's gotta hurt, man. And he hasn't even been scratched this match, man.
It's almost like he didn't get to play. And Inzem is in big trouble here. I mean, he's got lab coat, spark. You can definitely make something happen with that, but man, this would be very hard. I mean, Zane, as you can see, he's not doing anything. He doesn't have to do anything. There's literally no reason for him to go to the right side of the screen. None. He's got 2 assists as well, and that was a little fish right there. He's like, that's pretty much safe, you know. EX spin into assist call, a nice little fish right there. It's like if that had made contact with anything, he could have started his turn and used the Beer's assist to mix, but didn't touch anything, so he continues to back off. So Inzem finally gets a touch here. First hit of this match. What's level 3 going to be? So this is going to be scary because it is lab coat, so you got to be careful doing any sort of jumping mix here. Okay, goes for the spark. Oof. Ooh, and there it goes once again. And you cover it with an actual assist. That way, if they jump, that, you know, they'll get knocked out of the air. It's maximum coverage, and it's very distracting. So this is that's an ouch. That's an ouch. So he's debuffed and level 3'd. And even though he level 3'd him, Zane is still backing off. So this is just it's bigger than a mountain. This is more than a mountain to climb. And we have Zamasu, the ultimate spark killer, the god of spark. He's the #1 spark killer in the game.
This is wild, son. He's like, I got 140 seconds.
Whoa, that was pretty crazy that he's actually able to block that. That must have been like the very last frame, man. Because usually going into flight has a lot of recovery on it, but he was actually able to block. That must have been like the very last frame. Because look, you even see him with his hands still out. That must have been the final frame. Whoa. Man, yeah, that's the power of Zane's team here. All three characters are stalling characters. Zamasu stalls with flight, Labcoat stalls with the threat of the spin, and Beers stalls with the threat of the DP. All three characters can stall in the air very well. It's very, very effective. If you're wondering why Inzem has not super dashed at all in this set, it's because for the majority of it, Zane has had Labcoat on the screen just jumping back, and Labcoat jumping back is a threat to super dash. If they see the super dash coming, spin, and you're about to lose a ton of life. So very, very powerful stall characters. Characters that do not need to engage. That Beers cosplay is so tight. That's so tight. Very, very good stuff there. Zane playing minimal risk. I definitely respect it. So the turning point in this set right here, well, in the final match, I should say, is definitely this moment right here. As we were just talking about, Zane's team is so defensive and so like programmed to stall that you really don't want to lose the point war, because the moment you lose the point war, all the pressure gets put on you. And right here, Inzem probably should have sparked. Like this right here is pretty much the moment that decided the set, because of the fact that he lost his Gogeta so early, this pretty much decided this match. Not to say that it was impossible for him to come back, but after this point, after the Gogeta was lost, it just turned into, yeah, as you see right there, Inzem is just now chasing him, but he's, you know, he doesn't have much to threaten him with. You know, Zane is very comfortably just hanging out on the other side of the screen, and there's almost nothing for him to worry about. And, you know, the time and the health bars are against Inzem, so it was pretty much just putting all the focus on him. And then also this all or nothing Dragon Rush definitely sealed the deal, because at this point, once his Vegito took this much life, it was pretty much impossible. And that's gonna do it for this one. Thanks so much for listening, guys. We're still making our way through the top 8, so make sure you hit that subscribe so you don't miss the next match review. Don't forget to check out my guide section if you're looking to up your own game in DBFZ. Got a lot of guides for a lot of different skill levels, all designed to help you get better at this game. Once again, I'm the Acolyte, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.